for Josh. Coming into the Lions' Den here at Elland Road, does it faze you?
It won't faze me in the slightest. Not in the slightest. If that's the plan, to try and unnerve me, unsettle me before the fight.
Let him answer his question.
Won't faze me at all. And if you're banking on like me falling apart before the first battle goes, then another thing coming.
What are your thoughts about the fight, Lee?
I think it's a great fight. Josh Warrington's done everything asked of him. This time he actually gets a chance to win one of my titles rather than buy her off me. Sorry. You know, when he was coming through, his previous promoter had to buy my titles off me. They paid me to give up the title so he could fight, build them up in front of all you lot. And then he wanted to put us in a big fight together. He kept calling me out time after all his fights. We agreed to fight. And before I've been told, he turned the fight down and then boxed on the same day against a different opponent.
You tweeted that you thought it was going to be an easy fight. Is your thoughts still along those lines?
It won't be easy. No fight's easy. You know, it'll be a tough fight, like all the rest of them. But I believe my class will show on it.
Let's hear from the man who I guess most of you have come to see here in Leeds. What about you?
Yeah, the Welsh Mayweather is in the house. Looking like a light heavyweight. Minus his caterpillar moustache. Listen, he's found the big razor.
The fight's already sold. Stop being a ticket seller. trying to build the fight. It's already sold.
The ticket seller. Listen, destiny is taking its toll. You know, 2 years ago, you said that I'd never get me opportunity to fight for a world title. I'd missed, and that ship had sailed, and I wouldn't even win an eliminator. You said them words, but I'm here. I won my eliminator. He's here. For me, I should be jumping up and down on tables, but you can't mess with destiny. And I feel like I've already done this. I've seen this many times. I've seen the build-up, and I know what it's going to be. And this is just meant to be. On May 19th, I know a few things. There's going to be a royal wedding. There's going to be an FA Cup final, and Leeds is going to have its first world champion. I will just say this, you know, in the early days, I respected you, Lee, as a champion. I respected your accomplishments, and you might have had a bit more respect of the fans, but you must have bipolar or something. You must forget what you say, because many times you've said in interviews and you've disrespected the Leeds fans. You know, you've disrespected my fans, calling them.
I've never disrespected.
No, you have disrespected. Just calling.
I told him my silence.
You're calling brainless football fans. You know, listen, call them what you want. They support their own. They turn out, and the supporters of Leeds, they come out and support me. They pay their hard-earned money and make sure they're home all the way. And the thing is, they're here to support me. They're giving you your biggest payday, and they're going to see me take that title. And if you would have shown a bit more respect to them, then they might have shown it a bit back. But like I say,
first of all, you're not giving me nothing. I'm the champion, and
listen, you wouldn't have gone anywhere else and got a payday like this.
Listen, I've been with Al Heyman the last few years. Everybody knows him.
I'll even give a toss about you, to be honest.
He pays the biggest person. So if you think this person is like outstanding to me, it's not.
Right, fair enough. But listen, I know what goes on behind the scenes, and you know this is one of the biggest paydays you've had, right? And I'm just a ticket seller, but you know, I will say, like, on behalf of the fans, you can't go around, you know, slaying them, just calling them football fans. I'd rather have these behind me than anyone else in the world, than any other city or team.
First of all, I didn't call them brainless football fans. I said you support. No, I said they're football fans. I didn't call them brainless. I called them football fans, and I said I'll educate them on the night. I said I'll give a boxing, an educated boxing lesson.
And like I
show them the difference between football and boxing.
You might have boxed in other places before. Yeah, you might have gone to Belfast and boxed like St Martin Lindsay. You might have gone over to Carl Thompson. So this is different. You haven't experienced anything like this before. This is a different kind of
if you're banking on
atmosphere. Listen, people in here, because of you slagging them off. They don't like you, and they're going to be hanging over the balcony. They're going to be hanging
Josh,
over the banisters.
Josh,
Hold on, Chris,
let me just say
let
this.
Me just talk.
You keep talking
let
about
me
all the
just
supporters.
talk.
They ain't going out.
Let me just talk.
Those supporters ain't going to help you on the
Yeah,
night.
they are.
You've been in there, one against one. All this about the
What I'm saying
supporters and
is,
about
you're walking
this,
into
one
an hostile
against one.
atmosphere. And
You know what it's like
like
when you have to have a fight. It's one against one, and this is what it'll be. You won't be able to help him.
Listen, you won't be able to help him either. You're not in with him. It's me and him, and I know that.
I don't need no help.
Josh, Chris says that they won't be able to help you. You tell us, Josh, what it's going to be like for you. I assume what it's going to be like for Lee when he goes out and feels a pretty hostile crowd.
Listen,
when you get out and you know that they're on your side, how much will that lift you?
Listen, his team didn't want this press conference open to public. You know, that just goes to show something. You know, everything's going to be hostile, including, you know, the build-up, the weighing up on workouts, and the fight itself. So, what does that tell you? Not a confident fight. I'd happily go down to Cardiff and stand in front of all these fans. It's not a problem, it doesn't bother me. The thing is, when he's walking out in the tunnel, and everybody's leaning over, screaming and shouting, bathing for blood, and when he gets in the ring, every time I land a punch and the crowd rolls up, I don't know how he's going to react to that. He thinks he knows how he's going to go, because he's done it many times before, but he's never stepped in foot in a place like this before. Leeds is different, and I've always said there's not a place and there's not a crowd like Leeds with a different breed.
Let me say, in all the fights that Lee Selby's had, it's very, very few times he's ever got caught clean. You know, so it will be interesting to see when he gets caught.
Chris, flyweight, Fernando Montiel giving me one of his hardest nights. Eric Hunter had him on his backside. And that fella we boxed last time, that fucking Mexican taxi driver, he couldn't miss him. He went knackered after 7 rounds and he would throw a jab and he couldn't miss him. So what do you mean he can't get it? What fight are you watching, geez?
Good matchmaking.
Been in against anybody of this style, anybody as awkward and unorthodox as Lee?
I've always come through in fights, whoever has been put in front of me, many times, and Lee has said himself that there were times when I probably wouldn't have won the fights. I mean, you know, I've had 8-foot Japanese fellas, I've had angry little Spanish fellas like Kiko Martinez. I've mixed on all these different styles. I've had the awkwardness of Samir Menemne, and listen, on fight night, you know, we've been working on this for a while now. You know, he said for a while I'm obsessed with him. I have been obsessed with him. I'm obsessed with winning that belt. I've been obsessed because with anything of having a fight with him, because he said that I'd never get that chance, I'd never get that opportunity again. You know, he used to tell me that it would knock me out. That's changed now. He's just going to box me head off. You know, over a week I seen someone on social media, if he were 11.5 stone and whatever he walks around at, he'd bang me out, but he can't bang at 9 stone. Well, we fight at 9 stone, don't we? So, you know, that's a load of bollocks. And I will say one thing, it's a good job we don't fight like just after the weigh-in, because normally after the weigh-in it looks like an Ethiopian. So, you know, it's a good job that we don't fight straight after that. You know, he talks about being this big banger and this and that, but he was eating that in the last fight. He was eating the Mexican clean. And the Mexican just there and took it and kept on coming. So, you know, Lee's got his own idea about how the fight's going to play off. But like you said earlier, this is about timing. And since the first offer came about, the first fight, I've had 3 fights since then. I'm wiser. I've matured a little bit more. I'm getting stronger and fitter. And listen, it's going to be the best Josh Warrington you'll see on the night.
The journalist.
Journalists preferably.
Lee, you said you're going to would you were educated boxing lesson. What does that involve?
It involves like a beautiful boxing display. Behind the jab, hit and miss.
Does that mean it goes the distance?
Same as his last fight.
I'll probably break him down round by round and then stop him a little. That's my prediction.
Same as his last fight.
So you're predicting a stoppage?
Yeah.
Sound confident there, pal. Sound confident there.
Any more questions?
Any more? Shout them up, please. Go on, Nick.
Regardless of all the hostility towards you, understand this. We 100% respect you and your abilities as a world champion. Understand this. At time is coming for you to hand well up to my man.
We'll have to wait and see. Time will tell. Time will tell. If for some reason I did lose, anything can happen in boxing. If I did lose, I'm gracious in victory. I'll be gracious in defeat.
Right then. Well, I'll tell you what it is. Get ready. Make sure that you've got your investments done. Make sure that you look after your money because we're coming hard.
We'll see. It'll be yeah. There won't be no we. There won't be no we. Him on his own.
All right.
Lee,
Yes.
you've got till May now, so do you think you'll be able to grow a proper moustache by then?
How can you talk with a face like that? I'm surprised at
He's got a point.
Any more educated questions?
Well, let me tell you something. Jamie Spate was in his camp, sparring partner, actually boxed him.
Yeah.
Ask him what he thinks. He'd been in, I think he might have sparred a round or two with me. Ask him what he thinks about the fight.
Jimmy's got an opinion on everybody, and I mean everybody.
Question just a quick comment from myself, as not only as press but as a fan of Leeds, fan of Josh. I'm not going to feel anything like what you're going to get on the May 19th. The passion, the dedication, we're coming for you and we're getting that done.
What was the question? Next.
Sorry to away there, but are you ready for it?
So look, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't ready. Of course I'm ready.
I'm just saying, you don't look ready. You look a little bit.
Let's not talk about looks, come on.
Anybody else?
Lee, can I just ask, in terms of preparation, are you going to do anything different for Josh Warrington?
No, I'm just going to treat it as every other fight, same as any other fight.
Does he bring anything that concerns you at all? In terms
Pardon?
of your knowledge of world level and where you've been, does he
Yeah.
bring anything at all that actually...
Well, I'm very experienced. You know, I've had maybe 27 fights. Only 9 of them have been non-title fights. You know, I'm making my 5th world title defense. This is my 6th world title fight. So I got a lot of experience. I've done it time and time again. So I know what to do. I know what to do in the training. I know what to expect from Josh Warrington.
Even before he became world champion, you know, we were going to the USA, he was going to Los Angeles, he was sparring in those Mexican gyms against all comers, you know, so we would treat this fight with the highest respect. We'll go over there and mentally and physically, Lee Selby will be ready for Saturday night, May the 19th.
Yes, at the back.
VG Cardiff this Saturday on the road. We're going to see you on the pitch.
Most likely, yes.
Good luck, son.
Thank you.
In boxing, there's always got to be a good guy and a bad guy. All right? So Lee Selby, if you want, we'll play the bad guy, and Lee Selby will promote this fight as much as we can. So you've got as many Leeds supporters as you can get. The Soul Crew will be coming.
Any more?
Right, Jim, I think we're all
Okay, well that's about it then.